This video, guys, is me breaking down the Denver Broncos offensive playbook, and this is going to be the Audibles. This playbook is fantastic for multiple reasons. It's really simple to run the ball, it's really easy to pass. This is one of those offenses that is essentially idiot-proof. You can dictate to your opponent what you're going to do. You have amazing runs, amazing passes. Pretty much, this is one of the best, if not the best, offense that I have played against at all this year. So with that being said, I'm going to go run through these audibles. So you have three different formation groupings that you can look at. You have the 3 receiver, 1 tight end, 1 running back. You have the 2 tight end, 2 receiver, 1 running back. And then you also have the 2 receiver, 2 running back, 1 tight end grouping. So I'm going to go through them individually, and the one I'm going to start with, and the main reason I really keyed in on this playbook, is because for those of you that have already gotten used to the Buffalo scheme, this is going to be really simple and another easy adjustment for you, as it focuses heavy on the pistol ace twins. So in this formation, I have 2 running plays, 2 passing plays that I really like. The strong power, obviously on that play you want to flip it to the left. You want to run it to the side of the receivers. You have great blocking. It is a home run threat right there. Also, the halfback power O. That is something I've added into my offense to counter the quarter defense. A lot of people were simply boxing all of my runs out of Buffalo with the quarter defense. And with the halfback power O, all you're going to want to do is you're going to motion the receiver slot guy over to the right, hike the ball, and it actually is kind of a inside run more so than the outside, so you can really cut it up the middle, pick up huge chunks of yards. Now, the 2 passing plays that I use is going to be smash and PA flanker stretch. Smash is a little bit different because the corner route goes deeper than I would like. So what I do is I drag the X receiver, and essentially I'm creating a flood with the corner flat drag combo coming over to the right side of the field. Another option is to take the B receiver, motion him all the way across, and fade him, and then you'll have the corner flat fade or streak combo. Then the PA flanker stretch, you can do 2 things. You can either drag the A receiver, the tight end on the right, you drag him, or you run it stock. If you face a 2-man under, the B receiver tends to get wide open if you have a fast guy there against a 2-man under look. So definitely a play that I mixed in quite a bit. Now, the main reason that I'm in Denver, as I mentioned, is I have the strong power, but you can also audible up to shotgun ace and run an inside zone. For those of you guys that have been playing a lot of ranked games, whatnot, you're already aware of how dominant inside zones can be. You have 3 good passing plays. You have the outside run, inside run combo between the 2. And then you also have good passing plays out of, say, pistol ace and so forth. But the audibles are going to be for pistol ace. You're going to have inside cross. That is a fantastic stock play. All you want to do is block the running back. You have the power O that allows you to go inside or outside. I like that play a lot. Then you have the corner post. All I do on that is I streak the tight end on the right, and then I have a high-low read on the right, corner flat combo on the left. And then PA power O, all I do is I streak the wire tight end and block the running back, and then I have the high-low read on the left. So that's going to be that formation. Now you have shotgun ace, as I mentioned. You have inside zone, Z spot or Z dig. All I like to do on that is I either streak Y or I put him on a flat. You have FL cross. Pretty much I run that play stock, or I'll block the running back. And then you have PA comebacks. What I like to do on that is I like to drag the X receiver and then motion slant B on the right. I'll also block the running back on that play. Up next, you have single back big, and you have the halfback pitch, which is pretty cool because a lot of people don't expect a pitch to be coming out of that. What I'll do is I'll motion one of the receivers to either side, whatever the weak side of the defense is. I'll pitch the ball out that way. Now this off tackle you can really do whatever you want with. Off tackle is a good run. I don't necessarily know if it's any better than, say, the dive or the 0-1 trap. You know, it's up to you. The only runs that suck out of this formation are the halfback counter, halfback slant, and then I don't like misdirections either. So then you got two passing plays. You got Z spot, simply streak or fade the B receiver in route left. Then you have PA crossers. What I like to do is I block the running back, and I either streak A or I drag A, depending on what I see on the defense. Next up is going to be the twin tight end slot. Now, this is a seldom used formation. I don't run it a lot, but it does have some nice passing plays. You have this play PAY corner that is actually going to take place over this PA misdirection. And what you're going to want to do on this play is you're going to simply streak the tight end on the far right, the RB receiver, and then you either block the running back or flat him to the right. You have PA Denver cross, Y cross. You just block the running back, and I typically will either slant him and motion him right, or I will streak him and motion him right. And then you have smash. All you want to do is you want to fade the X receiver, and you can block the running back if you want. Sometimes I will actually motion him to the left and put him on a flat, so I have the corner flat streak combo. The run is halfback toss. It's not the greatest. I use it occasionally if I catch the opponent slipping. You could sub in the smash if you wanted to, though. I think those are the only runs worth it, yeah. So that is the two tight end look. And next we'll go into the three receiver. So the things I really like about this, and I always come out in pistol trips, and you have three really good passing plays as well as a good run. So obviously strong power, you want to flip it to the side of the receivers if they are not base aligned. If they are base aligned, if they are base aligned, you flip the run to the left. If they're not, I really don't run that. I kind of just move on to the passing plays because it's not that dominant if they have a lot of their defenders on that left side. So inside smash, you're going to flat Y, fade X. Then you can block the running back, drag tight end if you want to. The easiest way to set that up is to actually max protect, and then you just fade X, then you flat the Y receiver, drag the tight end if you want. Then you have PA comebacks, and there's two setups to that. You either will drag the X receiver coming across, block the running back, or you fade the X receiver if they're in a cover 3, and the Y receiver will be wide open for the touchdown. That's a really good play. You can bomb a lot of coverages to the right side of the field by that B receiver, and then if they're in a cover 3, you have the Y receiver that just gets wide open. And then you have PA deep in, and this is essentially my man beater. I like to simply drag or slant the B receiver, block the running back, and then you have really 4 routes that will beat man coverage if you have a fast guy at Y. Next up, I audible to the bunch tight end. The plays you'll actually use are going to be spot option, strong power, cross. Spot option, you just want to fade X. You can then in route drag, do whatever you want with the tight end. Cross drag, you can either quick hike it, or you can streak or fade the tight end on the right. Another setup is to actually fade or streak the Y receiver, and then it gives you a vertical threat, especially if they start biting down with their safeties in man coverage. And then flood is kind of a suspect play. I streak the Y receiver, and pretty much I run that when I'm expecting if my opponent's running a lot of cover 2, because the X receiver obviously will get wide open. That will also work against cover 4. So cover 2 or cover 4, that works. Everything else, it's pretty much not that tough. So I don't run pistol slot wing. The next formation is going to be pistol wide trips. Now, I run this formation a lot, and the reasons really are the first 2 plays, the PA read shot and the strong power. So PA read shot, you simply will flat route the running back to the right, and you kind of have that makeshift screen going on to the right, and that's the quick hike setup. If you want to, you can also block the running back, drag X. And if you're expecting it to be man coverage, then you have 4 routes that simply beat man coverage. So it's a nice play. I use that a lot in combination with the strong power. The play mesh and Y shallow cross, I do run, and I'll break them down in the video, but it's pretty much hit or miss. Those aren't money plays by any means, but they are very good complementary plays. Up next, you have shotgun bunch. You have the play divide, halfback base, verticals, and Z-spot. So there's multiple setups to verticals. You can either drag the tight end and slant B, motion B out a step, or you will simply streak A and motion B out 1 step if you're expecting a lot of zones. So that is a good play that actually bombs a lot of coverages. Divide is a good play to attack the shallow and sidelines. And then you have Z-spot, which obviously is just the corner flat streak combo. Empty Bronco I do not run. Empty Tray I do not run. Shotgun normal, I use 3 plays out of this formation. I use the PA read, and I will just block the running back and slant the tight end, the A receiver. Inside zone, obviously, is a very good play. And then strong flood is great because the running back's never guarded. So you simply throw to the running back. If they manually guard that, throw to one of the in routes on the left side of the field. PA seams I do not use, and I don't actually like any other play in the formation. Now, normal halfback weak, you have an inside zone going to the other side of the formation. And I do use the passing plays in this. I use the short post, which I will simply drag the tight end and fade the X receiver. Corner strike, I drag the tight end. And then PA Bronco post, I fade the X receiver, block the running back, and look for the corner route. Normal Y flex. You guys are real familiar with this play, or this formation from last year. You have circle, base, smash corners, and Z shallow cross. Now, Z shallow cross is probably the best play in this formation, and all I do is I block the running back and I will drag the X receiver, and that gives me the A wheel route will bomb any man coverage. I love that route. And then you have 2 drags and an in route. All 3 will beat man coverage. They are all work really well in zone also. Smash corners, I like to just fade one of the 2 corner routes, fade one of the 2 hitch routes, so I have the corner fade combo. If a blitz is coming, I'm able to hit the angle route by the running back. And then circle, you guys pretty much all know how to run circle. You want to either streak Y or drag or slant Y, and you block the running back if you want to. But my main 2 reads on that are the out route and the X receiver coming across the middle. Up next is going to be Y trips halfback weak. Once again, really good plays. You have the play Z spot, slot drive, slot cross in, and then of course the inside zone. So inside zone, obviously very tough running play. The slot cross, all I like to do on that is I tend to fade my running back and I motion him to the right. And what that does is it gives me a really nice quick pass to the running back. You have the delay route, 2 crossing routes, and then a guy that you can lob it up deep to. Slot drive, you the setup is to block the running back, in route the B receiver. Your reads then are drag the 2 in routes, the post on the left. And then Z spot, you want to fade the B receiver, and that's it. Throw the corner out because it'll be open versus every zone. Single back dice slot, you have the inside zone, middle slants, slot cross, and Z spot. You want to fade the B receiver on Z spot, in route Y. Slot cross, I utilize the motioned wheel to the left. And then middle slants, I pretty much just run it stock and hit one of those slants. And then single back wide trips, decent play. You have the halfback toss strong, halfback plunge, double China, and PA wide receiver in. Double China, flat the RB receiver, fade B, PA wide receiver in, wheel route the running back, motion him to the left, and slant X. And that's it for the 3 wide. And then the 2 running back set is pretty decent, not dominant by any means, but it's definitely nice to mix in. You have the plays, the quick toss, halfback dive, mesh, wide receiver out at a strong close. You can actually run other plays, like if you like the PA scissors or wide trail, you could pretty much do what you feel most comfortable with. I choose these 2 passing plays and these 2 running plays because they complement the iForm Pro. And iForm Pro is really good because you can audible to PA end around, angle, and PA comeback slide. So you have all of those with a fullback dive, very good, and passing scheme. So that is pretty much it for the Broncos playbook, and we'll get into the videos next. Hope you guys enjoy.